trip, you did it again.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Welcome back to Lemon Squeeze Pod with your host, Keela. I hope everyone is doing great out there and staying safe. I don't know why. I feel like I'm literally saying the same thing every week because it's literally the same thing going on every week. All right, so today we have a guest and we're going to talk about dating and relationships later on. But first, I'm going to let him introduce himself. You can state your name, age, and location.
Hey, what's going on, everyone? This Bibbs. I'm originally from Atlanta, but at the moment I'm in Houston. I'm 28. I'm getting closer to 30, so I'm about old. I'm about old at the moment.
All right. Okay. So why did you leave Atlanta?
Truthfully speaking, it ain't like no deep story other than whatever. But I mean, I went to school to. I got my degree in sport management, and I was doing a lot of stuff with the degree in Atlanta, but it wasn't anything full time. So I just decided to apply for somebody, just out of the state, and that's how it happened.
Wow, that's crazy. Usually people come into Atlanta. They usually don't leave to go somewhere else.
Yeah, I mean, don't get it, wrong. That I totally agree with you, but it's funny because there's a lot of people that I see who's trying to leave Atlanta to come to Houston, and there's also a lot of people who's trying to leave Houston to go to Atlanta. So, I mean, if you ask me my honest opinion about which city is best, I think Atlanta's better than Houston. But maybe I'm biased, maybe I'm not, but I actually believe that Atlanta's better than Houston.
That is so funny also because Houston was one of the places I was supposed to go to this year. I had 3 trips I wanted to visit. I had Houston, DC, and Chicago. And just really for the fact that I just never been. So I was like, I want to go here. And I was like, 2020, I'm going to book these flights and just take off. And nah.
Yeah, right. I mean, Houston is definitely one of those places that people can go to visit or whatever. But I mean, I
Is
just
the
think
food
that
good?
it's funny. I can't really answer that question, man. I eat super healthy, so
What?
I mean,
Wait,
so
have you always been like that?
yeah, but it got worse as the older I got, So yeah, so now I eat super clean. I probably only eat out once a week or whatever, and even that's kind of pushing it or whatever. But I mean, from everything that I see, from every place that I don't eat at, it's a lot of it. You can get wings, you can get Mexican food, you can get tacos, you can get
So are you vegan?
you can. Nah, I ain't vegan. Nah. And I'm not going to be vegan. I eat meat. So
You eat meat, but you eat clean, but you don't eat apple ones.
yeah. The only thing I eat is meat and vegetables, like meat, broccoli, and asparagus, meat,
So that's kind of
cauliflower, and
like
spinach.
keto.
I mean,
Okay.
not necessarily, but yeah, kinda. But
Okay.
that ain't really the diet that I call myself on to. So yeah, I feel like if I were to burst, I'd burst into a veggie smoothie. But if you come out here or whatever, you'll enjoy it for Houston as for what it is. Don't be shocked about how hot it is now. It's hot out here. Don't
I mean, it's hot in
think
Georgia
that
too.
is. Nah. See, that's the mistake that I made. It's hot
It's
in
different.
Texas. Yes, it's hot. I don't know what the temperature is there like once summer hit here, we always in three digits, like 105, 103,
Oh my god.
107. And the thing is, like Houston don't have uh trees or whatever. Like like
Shade.
in Atlanta. Yeah, but yeah, basically, yeah. So Houston don't have shade. You know, the only place that you can get skyscrapers or whatever the case is going to be actually in the city of Houston downtown area. But other than that, like if you just like going out to like a restaurant or you leaving a parking garage or whatever, like you walking like straight in the sun. Like there's no shade, so it's on you. It's definitely on you. And that's why down here, like nobody really dresses to go out. Like you see people who wearing like jeans and like shorts and leggings or whatever. Like because it's too hot to wear clothes, man. Too hot.
Wow. Okay, well, I'm gonna have to remember that whenever I get around to planning that trip to Houston.
Yeah, right,
Specifically
right.
Houston. I do want to hit Dallas and some other places, but I specifically want to go to Houston and see what's going on over there. I heard everything's bigger in Texas, so yeah. I'm gonna say-
Yeah, right, right.
okay, so I start off every episode the same. We're gonna check in mentally, physically, and emotionally. You're gonna rate each one on a scale of 1 to 10, and then you can tell us why you feel how you feel. You want to go first, or you want me to go first?
Are we rating ourselves or are we rating other people? Like how?
Ourselves. How you feel? How you feel today, this week?
Oh, okay. You can go. You can go,
Okay.
and then I go after you.
Okay. So mentally today, I feel um I'm gonna say a 7. It's not that bad. I'm ready for Friday for sure. This week has been a lot. Like just stress, trying to get things done on time. I've been so tired. Like I don't even understand how I could just be so tired. And it's not even like I'm staying up that late. But besides that, mentally, I'm here. I'm good. I'm okay. I'm in a good space right now. I make sure I try to go outside a little bit, not just be in the house all day every day to where I haven't seen clouds or the sun or anything
Right, right.
outside. And then physically, I would say I'm at like a 5 physically. My back is killing me. I can't get comfortable. I don't know what it is. I'm sleeping on top of my pillows. Like I don't know what's going on. I probably need to. I'm gonna start eating like you so I can get healthy. And maybe that'll help me out a little bit because I'm I'm in pain. I'm in pain a little bit. And then emotionally, I would say a 6 emotionally because um I don't know. I guess because of this quarantine and corona thing, I have more time to
Right,
just sit and think about my feelings and shit.
right,
Like usually
right,
I don't have time. Like I'm just going to work, getting ready, coming home, got to do this, do laundry, do this, do that, and keep moving around where I don't actually just be sitting in my thoughts too long. But now I'm thinking too much where my anxiety is going a little crazy, and I'm like, damn, I'm really single. Like I'm single, and like it kind of fucked with me a little bit. Like even just last night, I was just laying like, damn, I ain't got nobody to talk on the phone to. Like what the fuck? Like
right.
oh my god, I can't even,
And you don't got nobody by PS5 for.
even if I did, I'm just kidding. I mean, I guess if you want to put or how about what if it was just like a game? What if like I had someone and he already had it like to buy a game for him? Let's say that.
I mean, I
I hope
think I think that'll work, but but don't then solidify your status more than buying it.
don't
I think
nothing solidify.
don't nothing
Wow.
solidify your status on you to buy. Like it's kind of like like buying the crossbody bag from um from damn, I forgot that brand. Hold on, it's coming to me. Like buying a little like crossover bag from like Guess or something. You know, like that's cute little gesture so that you was in the store, you thought about me or whatever. But he come in with that Birkin, you know.
Uh,
You know,
from
it's
me
really
that I
hard.
bought.
Yeah, right. No,
What?
I mean, if he buying it for you, I'm
Oh,
saying yeah.
okay,
So I'm saying, you know,
okay.
it's one thing to come in with a guest bag, like, oh, okay, you know, it's cute or
That's
whatever. You
cute. That was
appreciate, you know, he
thoughtful.
stopped at a right. But he come in with a Birkin, it's like, all right, you know, yeah,
Mm.
it's really hard to replace somebody that bought you a Birkin.
Uh, sure. I've never had that happen. So I mean, it sounds very nice. Like oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. I mean, hmm. Long as he don't have no other issues, because sometimes when you like dealing with somebody and like they can be good in one area, like as far as like gift giving, but then be fucked up all the time. Like, is he just like give me these gifts, or is this a oops? I'm sorry, I cheated. Forgive me. Like it depends.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
It
yeah, yeah,
can. I'm
yeah.
like, mm,
I can see that too. I can see that.
yeah. Like,
I
are
can
you?
see that too.
All right, so you can go ahead and check in mentally,
Um,
physically, and emotionally.
mentally, physically, emotionally.
Mhm.
Uh, mentally, physically, emotionally. If I were to wrap it up, this week, probably about, probably about a two. Yeah, it's real low.
Two
Yeah,
mentally.
yeah. It's probably at a two because you like to give a background. I'm the only Negro in my department. So
Oh,
coming, yeah. So coming coming from work, you know, after all of the protests and things like that, that kind of drained me. Not in the sense that like they asked for my opinion, which I felt like was like
oh my gosh.
disingenuous for them not to ask my opinion, especially when they was already talking about it. Like it's one thing to just come out of the blue when nobody's talking about it and then ask
Hmm.
my opinion, but they was already talking about it. So I'm like, yeah, I got all these questions. Why not ask the only person in the thing who it directly affects? So,
True.
but I mean, outside of like the 11 people that I work with, like it was only one part-time staff who really f with me that she took the time out and asked and let me
So,
talk to her, spit game with her, as far as the protests and things like that or whatever. And she was real. She took the information very well.
hmm.
Um, so I mean, but and then after that, shit just kind of happened. Shit just kind of went downhill. I I applied for uh um I applied for an internal position or whatever from work. Didn't even get an interview for it. So I know, right? So like, it's really hard for me to think like it ain't racial, and also like let it be known that like my hair is full of like Afro mode. So
Hmm.
it's kind of crazy. So I don't know if it was a political thing or not, but that is what it is. And
So they didn't give you a reason.
nah,
So was it
nah.
like a position was open and then they didn't let you, or you just was trying to get in a spot that wasn't like out there
No. Like the position was open. Like the only people who could apply for it were people that was,
and
internal.
already in the company? Oh wow!
hmm
And you
hmm
couldn't even get an interview.
Nah, they ain't even sent me like a questionnaire to even like ask what time am I available. Like I ain't get anything. Like
Oh
I
my
I
god!
didn't even know about the interviews until like I walked past it and I was like, oh, they doing interviews in there. So that's how I found out. So yeah, and I guess to like end off the week. Um, I don't know. I guess kind of like you. Like I haven't been really getting no sleep, man. Like, which goes to the physical part of it. Like I just don't like. I be getting up too damn early to be going to the gym, honestly, and that affects me, throughout the rest of the day. I be sleepy and all of that other stuff. So as
So
far
what's
as
your
mentally,
oh
just everything about it too.
mhm.
Physically, I'll probably say I'm about like a 10.
Okay.
Um,
Mister, go to the
yeah,
gym every day.
I know, and I think that's probably why, like, the gym be killing me or whatever. But I go to it or whatever. Um, my goal was to lose weight and get more lean and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I started off probably at about 212. I'm probably at like 208 now.
Mm-hmm.
I said I was gonna get to 200 by July, so that's looking right or whatever.
Wait a
Um,
minute. You started off the year at 208 and your goal was to lose 8 pounds?
no. I started. No, okay.
I'm
Let
sorry.
me be. Okay, so I this gonna sound real bad though, but I didn't make a New Year's resolution to
Okay.
do that. I decided like last month that by July.
Oh, okay,
Wait,
so a month. Okay, my bad,
yeah,
my
yeah, yeah,
bad.
yeah, 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 yeah. So I decided in a month that I was gonna lose, 12 pounds or whatever the case may be,
Okay.
and it's been going or whatever. So yeah, I'm I'm beginning to carry tape on me because I'm always cut up now. So I'm actually liking the way that I look at everything. So that's pretty much going
Oh,
well for me. Yeah, yeah.
I'm taking notes for
Um,
real.
yeah. I mean, yeah, right. If anybody needed, just let me know.
Man.
My my hair is out now. So I'm rocking the. Actually, it's funny because I call myself Black Shampoo when I have my hair in an afro.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, but no, for everything, physically or whatever, like I like how I look and everything. I forgot the last category. What was the last category?
Emotional. Emotional.
Emotional.
Hmm.
Um, Emotional. I forgot. Your score was what?
Mine was a 6 because I'm single
Six,
and,
six,
and,
six.
and, and dealing with it.
All right. I mean, but I kind of feel like that goes both ways. Like there's people who's in relationships who also at a 6. So
Damn. Okay,
but
I don't want to be there. I'd rather be single with a 6. Okay.
right,
See, now I feel
all
better
right.
about it.
I mean, I don't know. I'm probably there with you.
Are you
You
in a
know,
relationship?
nah, I'm not. I'm not.
Okay.
So, which I think that's probably why I'm at. I think our sixes are different though. Like I'm also dealing with it, but I'm not really like worried about it though. Like
I didn't even realize how bad it was until like I started talking about it because I go to therapy,
uh huh,
trying to get my shit
uh
together.
huh,
And
uh
then I'm
huh.
like, damn, I have just never really been single. Like I've always talked to somebody.
Yeah,
And I'm like,
and
that's not good, right?
yeah, I mean, it could be. It's better to be single than to just be out here trying to find somebody or whatever, just whatever the case
Okay, I
may
ain't
be.
gonna act like I ain't bitch. Okay, look, I'm on a couple dating sites. Don't give me if you see my ass on there. Don't be talking
Which
shit.
one are
Don't
you gonna
worry about it. Don't worry about it.
No,
Don't
it's funny because when I first got there, you said like I got on DoorDash, I got on like POF or whatever the case may be because I ain't know nobody. It's the same thing like when I moved down here. Like even still, like I don't have like when I moved down here, I have no family down here. I had no friends down here. So like I was out here naked for like
yeah.
at least like 6 months. Like I have nobody. So I was like, bro, like the only way I would meet people is if like I get out. So I got on DoorDash or whatever. I got on POF or whatever,
Mm.
and that shit was changing, bro. Like it
Wait,
was
you
it
said you
was
got on
different.
DoorDash?
Yeah.
Ain't that
So
a
like,
restaurant?
yeah,
I
I
mean,
mean, yeah, it's a food. Yeah, it's a food delivery thing. But like, that's how I knew. Like, like the popular places that people will eat at. Like so like
Oh.
like you can only Yelp so many restaurants before you be like, whatever. So DoorDash, you pick an area, you deliver in that area or whatever. So that's how I got around. So
Oh wow.
it ain't no shade to no data thing.
I've never heard of that.
I think everything just got its purpose. But yeah, I think for the most part, I'm a six, just like you are. I'm just chilling. So it ain't no higher, it ain't no lower. I don't really get bothered by, and I'm not saying like you do, but like I don't really get bothered by it being single. I work too damn much for me
All
to
right,
even
wait a
like.
minute. Don't be calling me out, and I do too.
Uh,
That's why this is the only reason I'm like thinking about it is because I'm not working as much as I was before Corona.
right,
So that's why
yeah,
it's like,
yeah,
damn. Because before,
yeah.
I work so much when I get home, I'm asleep. I'm not even answering the phone. But now I'm like, I can't even, what people used to call it, cake. I can't even cake.
Yeah, I mean, but here's the thing, though. Even if you were to, find somebody and you go back to work, like you're gonna be so tired, you ain't gonna be able to keep up with the Debbie hours. You
True.
can't be out there caking and all of that stuff or
But
whatever,
how
So
we know how long Corona gonna be?
we don't.
So
Shit, I
what if it's
mean,
till next year? I'm just gonna be sitting here.
I mean, let's not act like people ain't out there now. Like people out there with face masks and everything, which is kind of crazy for me because I see women who look real good from like the eyeballs up, but they be got the mask on. So like it's real like it's real like testy to be like damn like
Because you don't know what's gonna happen when they pull that
right
mask down.
right and like they ain't gonna take their mask off to talk to you. They gonna talk through the mask. So like you really gonna be like damn
Ooh.
like let's FaceTime, like, but you gotta do that like
Yeah.
real quick, so I
Yeah.
mean, but
People have
I
been
mean,
doing FaceTime dates.
yeah, that shit sound real cheesy. But hey, if that works for
But
people,
it's
then that works for people.
cute. Like
Uh,
I've been hearing where people are like the guy will, like send you some food from like Uber Eats or something to your house, and then they'll sit on the phone and eat together and talk
uh
virtually.
huh, uh huh.
And it's like their
I
first date,
mean,
like they met like on an app.
yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's real cute.
That's
That
not for
ain't.
you. So that's not for
Nah,
you.
that ain't for me. I mean, it could be if I feel that way towards somebody and I want to do cheesy shit like that, which is kind of crazy because you get into a relationship like a man definitely starts simping. I told myself that I wasn't ever gonna turn into one of those guys that be saying, "Hey guys, welcome to our YouTube channel," but that kind of shit happens. So.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's move on. Let's play a little game. I'm gonna just say a list of words, and then I want you to say the first thing that come to your mind. All right.
You're gonna say a word, and the first thing that comes to my mind.
I want you to blurt it out. Yeah.
Okay.
Working.
Like a slave.
Family.
Over everything.
Oh. Alone time.
Much needed.
Socializing.
I don't really have a word that came in my head when you said socializing. Say it again and let's see if something comes up in there.
Socializing.
Game night.
Okay. 2020.
Hindsight.
Corona.
Virus.
Quarantine.
Sex.
Okay, I don't know why that can't. Okay, happiness,
It's relative.
self-care. What you laughing at?
The first word that came to my head was masturbation.
That's important. That's important. One more word, passion.
Pleasure, pain.
Okay. Okay, so you've been masturbating a lot? Is that what's going on?
I don't know where I don't know where that came from. You you said it. I was like, oh, well, she said the first word that came into it. I just know people always correlate self care with it. But I am with you. It is much needed, and I heard that if you do it before a date, it gives you post nut clarity.
Okay, yeah, yeah. That's that's good. I am all for it. I think everybody should touch and love on themselves as much as possible. Whatever makes them happy, It's really important. It's a stress reliever. Like sometimes and it's good to help you sleep good.
Yeah.
What was
Yeah.
that? You want to say
Not
something?
nothing. I don't have nothing to say. I don't, I don't have nothing to say.
It's okay. It's natural. It's normal. I love it. I love it. Yeah. Okay.
Wait,
Okay.
are you saying you like my answer or you like masturbate? Which one are you saying you love it?
I'm for all of it. I am for all of it. I am here for it.
That
Self
makes sense.
love. Self love. Okay, what's going on out here in the world? It is crazy. How's Corona been treating you?
Kind of, I guess, a lot better than other people. I'm fortunate that it hasn't impacted me or anyone else. That I'm cool with and things like that. Um, that's pretty much. I mean, I was sheltering in place for about a month and things like that, and I just got so bored. My sleep schedule was off and everything. So it was real crazy. But the one positive that did come out of all of this was I I wrote a book. Yeah, and my book's slated to be released in August. So
You
that's
wrote a
one positive.
whole book
Yeah, I did. I
during
did.
quarantine?
Yeah,
Like these 3 months?
yeah.
What the fuck have I been doing?
I mean, but it's different for me though, because writing always came easy. I hated it, even at SGC. Like I remember I had a astronomy teacher, and he would assign like our test will be they'll be once a month, and they'll be due on Fridays. And his test was you had to write a 5-page paper about something that's astronomical or whatever the case may be.
Mm-hmm.
And I would just wait until like Thursday at 8 o'clock at night to start on it, and I'll finish it in like 3 hours. Never proofread, got it in, and I
A
would get an A on
5-page
it.
paper?
So, yeah, like people used to come to me in school and be like, "Yeah, bro, like, can you write my papers?"
It was double spaced though, right?
Nah, it actually wasn't.
Oh,
It
hell
wasn't.
no.
It actually wasn't. And so, I'm sorry, it wasn't 5. It was 3. But once you double space it, it came to 5.
Okay.
But so it was a 3-page paper. But yeah, I mean, a lot of people would start on that like on Monday and barely finish it by Friday. I started it like Thursday and finished it within 3 hours. So writing always came easy to me. I always hated it though, but.
Mm-hmm.
I guess during this quarantine things or whatever the case, like I didn't have no other excuse but to do it and get it out the way. So that's one positive that came from it all.
What is this book about? Like, is it like a real, like, is it your life story or?
Oh no, it ain't nothing that cheesy. It's a fictional book. Um, the book is based in post Reconstruction, pre Depression era, and it's about this guy who tells the story of his dad, who grew up in this town called Ryman in Mississippi, and how how his dad's life transformed in that city, and how that town eventually evolves into something bigger during the Reconstruction and the pre Depression era ages. So it's a real interesting book. It's about 12 chapters. It's a real easy read or whatever the case may be. So I'm really excited about it. It's slated to be released early fall, late summer. So
Wow, I'm gonna have to definitely get a copy.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. Will there be an audio version or no?
I don't know, because that requires me to like get somebody who can read.
You can read it.
That's not. I mean, yeah, but I don't want to read my own stuff, And there are some racial words in there that you won't feel comfortable coming from anybody that's not black.
Okay.
So, so I don't know if there's gonna be audio copy. It's honestly probably just gonna be paperback, and you can get it from Amazon or you can get it from my own personal site. So
I'm gonna stop being lazy. Okay. You get me together. All right. So I got to emphasize read more books. Okay. Woo, I'm gonna be a whole nother person by the end of the year. That's great though. Oh, I love that. I love when Black people are like doing things like that. Is incredible. Like, oh my god, I've been doing little things, but I wouldn't say it was that. Well, I started my podcast, I guess.
Yeah, that's something positive to hang your hat on.
Yeah. So, and then I practice my French. I try to do 20 minutes a day on a little app. Practice my, you know.
What app is it? Babbel?
No, Duolingo.
Oh, okay. I don't know nothing about that. I tried
It's
Babbel.
it's really cool and easy. You learn to write it, speak it, and understand it. And I like it a lot. And it sends freaking notifications. Hey, want to study? Da, 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 da. I'm like, okay.
Right. Exactly.
True. So, wow. Okay, so, with all this going on, protesting and things, have you um got more into any Black businesses or like anything Black owned recently?
Um, how can I actually? I actually been dabbling into it way before this actually happened. I've been fortunate to come across people who in Houston have kind of connected me to those people and things like that. So I yeah, I mean there's some Black owned restaurants that I try to frequent. I'm definitely gonna frequent them on Juneteenth next Friday.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm gonna stop by there and get some from them Friday. But other than that, I try to go around places that I would continuously be in a customer for. So, like I'm not a coffee drinker, so like I don't. Like I will support other people who are coffee drinkers and tell them, oh, like you should go to this place, but I just try to frequent the places that I would usually go to in my regular day life, so I can continue to be a customer and things like that. So
that's great. I did
and
see
that,
how, huh?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I was gonna say I did see how Uber Eats waived the delivery fees for the black-owned restaurants, and I thought that was pretty cool.
Oh, that's neat.
Mhm. I don't remember the time frame. I'm sure it ain't forever, but for now, they did waive all the delivery fees.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
cool. So you be Uber eating a lot?
No. But I did see
Uh,
that. No, I used to when I worked one of these jobs I had that I left, and no, I cook a lot. I don't eat out. I mean, I
what you
do
be whipping?
everything.
Your favorite dish to whip? I'll say that.
Chicken wings. I'm black, okay?
Right, I don't know why I
I
thought you
love.
was gonna say something like more gourmet or something like that. Like I make a
Oh
mean
no, I
like
make the
curry
best.
chicken.
No, fuck that. My wings are the best wings. Uh, I mean, I make some good other dishes too, but like, I don't know. I guess I don't know. But I like cooking. I like trying new recipes, and I got the air fryer now. I'm figuring that thing out, trying to see what it can do. Like I
Yeah.
love all cooking appliances. Like I love like a grill and a freaking rice cooker and a crock pot, and I'm into all of it. But I mean,
I think you and I should have a cook off. I think honestly the best male. Nah, I ain't gonna qualify myself like that. I feel like I'm
oh
the best. I'm the best non-professional cooker under the age of 30. I think
wow,
you and I should have a cook off.
I would definitely be down for that. I
Now, granted,
literally,
all my shit be healthy, but you'll be alright. But
oh my god.
so
So okay, you got healthy food, but is it seasoned?
yeah, season.
Okay, no, because like some people be like if you put too much seasoning, that's what make food unhealthy. That's why they be like, black folks, we be putting all this shit on our stuff, and then that's why it's unhealthy. Versus like other people, they don't use nothing but a little salt, a little pepper, and it be bland, and it's like healthier.
I mean, all right. So I ain't even gonna flip. I'm gonna keep it a bean. So like there has been people who like so I personally try to cook my food like right. Like I try to cook it to where like if it's chicken or whatever, like it's still tender, it's still juicy, whatever the case may be. So I personally try to cook all my dishes to the point where like you don't need seasoning or those things to add on to it. So I personally like get offended if I'm like making like ribs or something like that and people eating it and they
Then
grab
they
barbecue sauce.
with the barbecue. Oh, and
Yeah, yeah,
oh my god. Yeah, you're not gonna add nothing on mine. You're not adding shit because it's
yeah.
already there. Oh my, but wait. I have a funny story about that. I heard this story like a long time ago, where this guy, I guess, um, okay, so people, I guess, would apply for the job or whatever. Was it was it a job? I think it was a job. And so he would take the people he's interviewing out to eat, and then it was like a little test to where they order their food and stuff, and if they pick up salt and pepper before they even taste their food, he wouldn't hire them.
Damn, I feel like I need to sort through that with my friends.
Cause then it was kind of like you automatic, like the way your brain is processing. It's like you're assuming something without even trying it, and then it was like he just didn't want that type of worker or some shit.
Right, right. And I think like that kind of mindset has kind of like affected me dating because like
Uh
because
oh.
I eat super healthy, like it's really difficult for me to like I can't take women out on dates unless like we be on the phone a lot, right? And I know that a lot is relative, but I say that to say like my stomach turns when I see people like gone for brunch and they like drown their pancakes and waffles in like syrup, like it ruins my appetite. And that's not like, and I know people are like, oh, that's so dramatic, but like it literally ruins my appetite. Like I can't eat once I see people like overdoing it or whatever. It's the same thing when people be drowning they fries in the ketchup or whatever. Like so.
Wow. So it ruins your. Wow, you gonna be able to lose the rest of those pounds real soon if you
I
keep
know, right?
losing your
I know, right?
appetite like that.
Who you telling?
I used to date somebody like that, but it wasn't that her. It was actually a girl. I dated a female. It wasn't her seeing you like add too much stuff on your food, but if she just had like a really weak stomach, so if you even said the wrong thing, like she won't eat hungry no more.
I can feel that. I can definitely feel that.
I I did not get that, but I mean, maybe if I would have, I would be in a better. I wish I could relate.
Hey, I'm telling you, the
Oh
only thing you
shit!
gotta do is just start getting healthy. You'll see it happening.
Oh my god! I did drink some celery juice this week.
Yeah, that cleans you out too.
Yep, yep. Trying to get right.
Yeah,
We bought
uh-huh.
a juicer, and we just yeah, trying. Oh my
Ain't no
god.
problem. It's at least you're doing something.
Mhm. Got to. I ain't got nothing but time right now. Kinda. So another thing that I've been noticing out there in the media, everyone is going so crazy about this cancel culture. Like, did you hear the thing with B Simone?
So what?
Did you hear what happened with B Simone again, part two this week?
Oh, beast mode. I thought you said beast mode. Yeah. I did.
I'm sorry. What did you think about her thoughts?
I don't know anybody honestly who's like trying to like. I haven't seen anybody say that they trying to be with B Simone. Honestly, so it just kind of threw me for a loop because it was like I didn't know that people be in your DM, before you even make that statement.
I don't know. I think okay. Well, I didn't hear the whole conversation. I just heard that little clip with her and Nick Cannon. Like I don't know what they were saying before or after that part, but I mean, I get the little preference thing. Like, okay, cool. That's what you like and all this stuff. But I think it was more so her reasoning behind it, which really didn't make sense. Like, I'm not against, like, everybody can be like, oh, I like someone like this. I like people that do, whatever they prefer. But when the part that came after that it was kind of ignorant. It was just like,
I agree. And what I don't like about it, everything is like how people like, basically say that like people kind of qualify or put a disclaimer on their preference on their shallowness by saying that it's a preference, but it's
yeah,
actually like shallowness.
yeah.
So that's one thing that stuck out to me. But I know like a lot of people who are like been going on social media and like showing everybody what her book is or whatever the case may be. It is like shit. It don't matter. Like you already bought it. Like you can't put like
Exactly.
well, like you can't put toothpaste back in a tube. Like you already bought it. You could like you could show everybody how bad it is or whatever or how it's poorly constructed, or whatever. But like she already got that money off that book though. So
She did. And my thing is, I don't know if it was just too soon because she did something last week. What did she do? Oh, her thoughts about
yeah,
the protesting and
right, right,
the
right, right,
black
right.
women, and
Yeah,
she
yeah,
with Jesus, she team Jesus or something like
yeah.
that. And it was just like, and then here she go this week. But I actually think it was all like a PR stunt. I think
You mean for both?
I for sure for this week's
I
because
mean, but they say it ain't all publicity
and
is
good.
good publicity.
Yeah, but I think because then she was like doing all that and then turned around and was like restocking everything tonight, and we will sell out. like in the midst of all that, she was still promoting her site and all her businesses and stuff, because I know she sells lip
Right.
gloss and stuff. And it was just like, girl, that's what you got from now. It was time to promote yourself. But I don't agree with the whole cancel culture, because it's like, at this point, we ain't gonna have nobody if we keep canceling everybody. And
I
it's
mean,
just,
I don't. Go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off.
no, go ahead.
I kind of thought that it's kind of weird for her to say that she wants an entrepreneur when she's also working for Nick Cannon. So
Yes.
like she is on Wildin' Out. But also about like the council culture, like I think council culture is a microcosm of a resulting factor of people already like being done with people who they already don't F with. So I think like that's what it is. Like it makes it like if Mariah Carey came out tomorrow and was like, all lives matter, whatever the case may be, like people who didn't really care about Mariah Carey would be like counseling her, but like her fans are going to be the ones who are like,
Still
well,
riding.
I don't know. Like, I don't know if I really want to counsel her or maybe get another chance. It's the same thing with all fan bases. All fan bases, though, is that Drake, there's, I personally feel like Drake is a pedophile. And there's other people out there who feel like Drake is a pedophile. But his fans don't never,
Wait, Drake is a pedophile?
Yeah, that's personally what I feel, yeah.
Wait, this just went left real. Wait a fucking minute. Back it up.
Are you a Drake fan?
I mean, I like his music. I don't really consider myself. I'm not that deep on anybody but myself.
Right. Okay. So I'll wrap up Drake real quick. So he's friends with, I don't know if you watch Stranger Things, but the main character on Stranger Things, Elle. He gave her his number or whatever, and she was like, yeah, like Drake is real cool, we friends, he gave me advice and things like that. He did the same thing with Billie Eilish. I think Billie Eilish just turned 17 or something like that, so by the time that he gave her number, by the time they exchanged numbers, she was like, underage. There's a video of him being on stage. He brought a young lady up, didn't know the age, so no harm, no foul or whatever. And he was slow dancing with her. And then he was like, oh, like, how old are you? And she was like, I'm 17. And at this time, Drake was like 24, I think. So he was like, how old are you? And she was like, I'm 16, 17 or something like that. And he was like, damn. It was like, I can't be going to jail for this, whatever. Which is cool if he just ended it right there, but he was like, but you thick as hell though, and I like the way that your breasts feel, pushed up against me, and like he kept going on, or whatever the case may be, and then he kissed her on the lips. So I personally feel
he kissed her on the lips.
Definitely. So I personally feel as though Drake is a pedophile, but there are people out there who like defend it, and I'm like, all right, like R. Kelly also hid in the same, like R. Kelly hid in plain sight with Aaliyah too. Like they did go on TV shows and was like, we're just best friends, despite them being like 11 years apart. Like, so I personally feel as though with Drake, but like ain't nobody gonna counsel him because like, like for people to counsel people, like you got to get to a point where people just stop rocking with you as a whole. Like even what Kanye did, the whole MAGA thing or whatever, like people were still rocking with Kanye. So I mean, cancel culture, I feel as though is only a result of people like counseling people who they already don't F with. So
okay, that's one. That's one way to put it. That's interesting. I didn't know this about Drake. I don't know.
Hey, I'm just saying. I'm just
sleep on that
saying.
one.
I just put you up on free game, man.
I see.
Just find it, and you'll be shocked that this 20-something-year-old man at the time was like hitting on young women.
Okay. Well, so what what are your thoughts on dating and relationships? Like, what is dating like for you?
Um,
Are you
kind of.
open to dating?
I mean, yeah, but it's kind of difficult. I don't know. With us going to the same college or whatever, like it's kind of different as far as like the pool. Where if like you always have options. And due to the fact that you're on a campus, like you're not short of options. Like if one person don't work out, cool. Like I can go to this, and this, and this, and this, or whatever until you find an option
Really?
that fits with you.
You think so?
I mean, like I'm just breaking it all down. Like when you're in college, like you have the pool that you're there with. Like you don't need to leave school to go find options. Is basically what I'm saying. But once you leave school and you enter the workforce, it's like, damn, the only way I'm gonna find people is if I get out. Like I can't, like either I date somebody that I work with, or I go somewhere and find somebody because you spend majority of your time at work. So
Hmm.
it actually sucks, man. I mean, I actually went to a wedding last year, and my homie was just like, it's kind of best if you find somebody that likes you and you like them to just find a way to work it out. And it sounds like good, sound advice at the time until you actually, meet people and then you just like, yeah, this shit is for the birds. So, I mean, I feel like dating it as a whole, I feel like it's about like give and take and give and things like that. It's about sacrificing. It's about compromising and things like that. So,
Okay. So, do you date multiple people at the same time?
that's a very loaded question.
Is it?
Yeah, that's a very loaded question. Um, I have, yeah, I have. But even that shit gets stressful.
So,
Like,
like,
like, go ahead.
what is what is dating to you? Is that just like y'all going out, hanging out in public, basically?
Yeah, I mean, it could be that. It could be basically it could be whatever you all make it. It don't have to be that. It could be whatever your expectations of it all is. So it can if that's what you all classify it as, then yeah. But if not, then it is. I so that's
Okay.
that's my thinking of it. But one thing that I did kind of find, ironic in the whole dating atmosphere of everything is like I realized that like women would say like what they're looking for in a guy, and then like once they find that guy, like they'd be like, never mind, like I don't like never mind. I'm
Wait a
not like
minute.
I'm not trying to rock with that.
Are you are you talking about like specific? Okay, like for example, what we said about like B Simone, like her be like, oh, I want an entrepreneur, and then be like, oh, never mind, I don't want an entrepreneur. Or are you talking about like personality, like traits, or
I think
like,
both. I think both. Like I think you can be like, I want a guy who like you know like that can show me new things. Somebody that I can travel with. That has just whatever your expectations of or whatever the case may be. So like you meet him, you find out he has those things, but it's going to require you to do some growing and like get out of your comfort level to actually like um kind of be in it wholeheartedly or whatever.
mm-hmm.
But due to that comfort zone and everybody being comfortable, that you just you kind of just regress back to the mean and be like, never mind.
I don't know. Well, I guess okay. So if you, for instance, if it's like a couple and the girl wants to travel and then the guy doesn't, and then she's like, oh, I want my next boyfriend to travel, and then when she get with him, be like, oh, I don't really fuck with it.
Mm, Not necessarily. I'm more so speaking of how like they say that they want a type, and then when they get the type, they're like, never mind.
Well, we really don't know what we want until we get it.
Well, that's the problem, right? So like date one, it be like, all right, cool, like Sheila, like you tell me what you looking for. And it's like, well, I want a guy like this, a guy like this, a guy like this. Like, okay, cool, like I check all the boxes. Like mentally I'm saying, oh, okay, cool, I check all of the boxes. And then I start doing all of those things, and it's just like, ah, shit, never mind, you ain't it. And it's like, bro, like, what you mean? So like,
Maybe
I thought you knew what you wanted when we had this date.
do anybody ever know what they want?
Yes.
Oh shit. Oh, well, how do you know what you want if you've never had it?
What you mean?
Or have you had it and you lost it? How you know what you want?
That's a very complex and deep question. Like,
Think
through a
about
lot of things. Like, I think it goes through a lot of things. So I think that you go. I think like experience is one thing, and you take you take your like that experience that you learned from, you groom it that way. And I think what happens a lot of times is people get stuck on the fact of how a situation made them feel how rather than the lesson that they got from it, if that makes sense. So what I learned through, and I know it's an anomaly, for parents to, for it's an unfortunate anomaly that both they're being raised in a house with two parents that are married that doesn't happen a lot. But so I just kind of know, like, just throughout it all, like, you kind of like the reason, like how you feel in that particular situation is kind of like the fire that was already, fanned. Like if you're trying to start a fire, like you will blow it. You try to raise it, you raise it, or whatever. Like how you feel about that person and in that relationship came from a lot of chaos, a lot of dramatic, a lot of things, and you're finally at a place where you all can like be happy with each other. So I think what happens is when you ask the question like how do you know if you never had it and things like that, like I think what happens is that a lot of people like get caught up on the fact of like how they feel, so they try to find people to like duplicate those feelings rather than like being along with the process of it. So if like you and I were dating and then we broke up, so you would then try to find a guy that treated me how I treat you, just without my flaws. But the person who is trying to date you is probably better off than I ever was. But you are caught up on how we ended. Like when we ended 2 months ago, you was head over heels over me, whatever. So when you bring in this new guy, you instantly start thinking like, and this goes for guys too or whatever, but like you instantly start thinking like, damn, like he ain't making me feel all head over heels. But you're not thinking like the beginning of how you and I got together. Like before me and you got head over heels, like we
went
like
through some shit.
Right. And I think that's how it happens. Right. And I think that through all of it, like people like lose track of like the process. Like it's just like, well, he said that he said that, he don't like the fact that, I don't call him before I go to work, and I'm not a morning person. So this guy ain't for me. And it's just like, I mean, he could be, but you just got to talk about it. It's like, nah, he ain't for me. And then vice versa. It's like, well, she said that she ain't going to do this for me unless I do this. She ain't for me because any other girl I mess with would be willing to do it. And it's like, yeah, but like those women that you previously trying to mess with, like there's a reason why you just kept messing with them. Like, there's a reason why you never took them seriously. So I feel like that's just kind of how it is. Like, I feel like people do know what they want. Okay, I'll say this: people may not know what they want, but people know what they need. But people know what they want because it's instant gratification. That's why people get blurred by it. Like people know what they need based off like characteristics, based off traits and personality and things like that. Like, you know that you don't want a bum, right? So,
Yeah.
but like, so when you go to a date and somebody's asking like, all right, like, what do you want? And you're like, I don't want no bum and whatever. Like, if that person's not a bum, like, you know that's something that you need or whatever. Like, you don't need a bum.
Yeah.
But everything else, as far as want, like, that goes off like how you want him to treat you. Like, want can be like manipulated. Want can be changed from person to person. You know, like, you may, like, an example I gave where you and I were dating, like I may never ever bought you gifts. Like, I may have been somebody who write you notes or whatever, or who like cook for you or whatever the case may be. And you may be like, damn, like, I really want somebody that's going to like do that same thing. But this new guy, like, you may be like, damn, like, I didn't even know that I love getting gifts more than I love doing all of that stuff or whatever. Like, wants can be manipulated. Wants can change from person to person because every time you meet somebody, it's a new experience. And I think that a lot of people just kind of like bring their baggage from another relationship to the next person and just be like, this is where the other person left off. Let's keep this going for where it's at. And the other person's like, bruh, wait.
Yeah, because it's levels. Yeah. And you got to start off. I don't know. Dating for me is hard. My attention span is kind of short, only because certain things catch my eye, and I do kind of know like things that I need. It's certain things that I can tweak a little bit and I can deal, with, or without. But it's certain things that I need.
Right.
And I mean, I don't just meet somebody and be like, all right, do you do A, B, C, D, or E? And if you don't, we wasting time. But after a while, you like realize how that person is. And then I'm like really big kind of on zodiacs, and I'm like sick of it at the same time. Like, I wish I wasn't all into it that much. What's your zodiac?
Scorpio.
Okay, I like Scorpios. Yeah. Yeah,
See,
cool.
but like, I don't know what that means because I'm not a big believer on like zodiac signs. Like, I feel like everybody is everything depending on how they feel that day.
They are. They are, but it's just certain things like just stick out. Like, I don't know. And then
Okay,
like,
so if we're going off of that, there is one, like, I know 4. I know 4 SAGs,
okay,
and all of them are women. I know 4 SAG women,
okay,
and all of them like attention. Neither of them like apologizing, and none of them accept accountability. But the thing
damn.
is, I don't know if it's the fact that they're a SAG or if it's the fact that like they just who they are. So it's just like
They could
like
play a role in it. But then it's like also different levels to it because, like, okay, for instance, accountability. Like, there can be multiple signs that have that same flaw, but the level of it could be different for all different signs. You know, like with the Sag, like for that person, it could be worse than say another sign with that same flaw. If that makes sense, like multiple sign, like okay, like they like to say Libras lie. A lot of people lie. It's
right,
just, that doesn't
right.
mean nobody else lies. It just means it's like to the extent like Libras might lie about some dumb shit versus another sign might have like little white lies about something that like I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, so like is what they say about Scorpios true? Because I honestly looking at it the opposite way. But I honestly haven't looked at anything and I was like, damn, that is me when it describes a Scorpio.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I get along with Scorpios. I like Scorpios. And so I really haven't met a Scorpio that I haven't liked.
well, I met people that I don't like, and I didn't chart it up to their zodiac sign. I just said I really don't help with you. So,
Usually that's what it is for me.
yeah.
Usually. Or it's just like we just don't clash. Our personalities just, it does not. It's like oil and
Work
water.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Not even
right,
just
right.
with dating or like relationships, even with friendships. It's certain signs that certain friends, even if we cool, I probably wouldn't trust you with certain things.
Yeah, I get that. Definitely get that.
You know, just different levels.
Definitely.
Yeah. All right. Whew. Okay, it's been like about an hour now. Okay, so let's move on to the squeeze it out segment where you were able to release any frustrations that you've had for the week, for the day, anything that's done pissed you off. You want to release it out and get it out your system. You want to go first, or you want me to go first?
You can probably go first.
All
You can
right.
go first.
Okay. I mean, this isn't that bad, but oh my goodness. So since I've been home so much, I'm like talking on the phone or looking up stuff online. And it is so annoying when every time I talk about something or I text about something, the freaking algorithms in the phone like pulls it up. Like I'll go to Instagram and see an ad for some shit I was just talking about. And I'm just like, what the like I have to get off Amazon. Like, and I literally just got on Amazon this year. Like I was not an Amazon fan. I didn't know nothing about it. I ended up getting gift cards for Christmas. And so then I had to download it and put my gift cards on there. And I was like, oh, what is this? And then now I get on Facebook, they go ad. I just bought a freaking at-home sauna. I was talking about working out. And now I got a damn sauna on the way. So I'm just like, I wish they would stop. And then it was crazy because it was first like it wasn't even like a picture, it was a whole video. And I'm just sitting there watching it. And I'm like, oh my God, I gotta get this. And then it's just so easy to click over to Amazon and put it in the cart. Next thing you know, it's talking about you know,
Right.
here go your
Definitely.
confirmation number.
Definitely.
Leave me alone.
Definitely.
And sometimes it's weird. Like literally, I can be talking about anything, like any subject, and then I get on, and there it is. Something pop right up about it, and I'm like, "What the fuck?" And so I guess I kind of feel that way about porn too, but I don't know if that's just because of the people I follow on Twitter. But it's like every time I get on there, I'm like, who's retweeting this damn porn? Maybe that's not related, but
I think that has probably to do with a lot of your cookies. I don't know exactly, but that's probably what I got to do about. But since I mentioned Birkin earlier, why don't you get like a notification talking about Birkin?
How about not a notification? How about I get someone to send it to me?
Okay, well, you get a PS5 and maybe you get a Birkin.
Oh my God, is that how it is?
Yeah, both of them about the same price. Probably a Birkin, probably more.
No, Birkin is way lower.
yeah, Birkin is definitely more.
Okay, I mean, I'm gonna keep the hope alive. I'm gonna keep.
And the thing is, if you gave him a PS5, like you will always be there because you'll be his first. Like you like it could be you never get another chance to make a first impression, and it's the first time that the PS5, the first and only time the PS5 gonna be released, you get it, man. I'm telling you, you'll be in there like swimwear.
When we break up, he gonna be playing it, thinking about me with his new girl.
All the time.
Oh my God.
All the time.
Oh, she's gonna have to like.
All the time for the rest of his life, you don't know. Every time he used that thing, be like, yeah, like that's mine.
Oh my god. Okay, what you want to squeeze out?
Um, hmm, I got one. So I I I realize, and I don't want to make it sound like through the whole time that I've been bashing women. I'm just speaking from my experience as far as like me dating and things like that, right?
Mhm.
So I kind of like I realized that it's not men that be lying. It's like
Wait a minute.
I believe that men don't be lying. Like I know women say, oh, like it's man ego, whatever the case may be, but the woman's pride is so, so, so deep that I feel as though like it ain't even the men that be lying. Like we, you and I could be somewhere and we at the movie theater and I come back in and you're like, okay, cool, watch my purse. And I'm like, all right, bet. And you like, I'm about to go to the bathroom. Like, wait, you can't go to the bathroom because there's a leak, and they close the bathrooms off. You know what you're gonna be like? Man, get the hell out of here. They won't close no bathroom in no theater. You instantly don't believe it, so you go in there. But I did not realize, like, that's the part of the woman's pride that goes into. Women would rather go step in the bathroom water, realize that it's wet, dry off in the bathroom. Go somewhere and find some other pair of shoes. Find some other jeans and whatever the case may be. Come back into the theater 30 minutes later, talking about the thing that we ate at lunch, dinner, whatever. Did that bother your stomach? Knowing that ain't the reason what took you 30 minutes. And
Wait a minute. If she
and
comfortable
sit
enough
down
to say that, that's
and sit down and be like everything's okay, rather than just coming back 30 seconds later and being like, you right, it was closed because there's a water leak. Like women just don't ever say that they right or wrong. Like it's like pulling teeth. So that's what I encountered. That's the part that I wanted to get out. Like I just personally feel as though like that's what it is. I feel as though men don't be lying. I just feel like sometimes it's women's ability to just not trust that we are telling the truth.
okay. Men don't be lying.
But that also came from a part where like at work I was like, oh, there's this dish detergent. I was like, there's this laundry detergent that that has I forgot what's the thing. I picture it, but I can't. And I like you throw it in the dryer and it keeps the clothes fresh and not sticking together or whatever the case may be.
I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah. What about
What's
it?
is it fabric? No, it's not fabric softener. Is it? I forgot the name of it. But so I was telling her I was like, oh, like there's this store that sells like the laundry detergent in that. Like you can like it's 2 in 1. And she was like,
Okay.
that don't even sound right. Like, why would anybody make that? And then another guy was like, I mean, Steven would have to have seen it. Like, he wouldn't just make that up. And she was like, I go to that store all the time. I don't ever see it. And I'm like, I get that, like, you think men be lying, but why would I lie? Like what purpose would I have to just make this up? So here she goes. She ended up going to the store, finding it, not only finding it, but buying it. Do you know that the only way how I found out about it is because when she walked past me, I noticed the smell, and I was like, "Is this that dish detergent?" And she was like, "Yeah," and I was like, "Oh, so it was there," and she was like, "Yeah, why wouldn't it be?" And I'm like,
Oh
"You
my
told me it
god.
wasn't," and she was like, "I did," and I was like, "Wow."
Oh my god. Oh my god. That's hilarious. Oh my god, thank you. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I have a few outro questions right quick, and then we're gonna. Okay, so first question: what's your favorite thing about yourself?
Like one thing
I mean, kind
or
of.
things. I'll probably say that um I'm an old soul. I'm more mature than what my age probably says that I am.
Okay. What's something you plan on doing to better yourself this week?
Probably get more sleep. I definitely need more sleep.
True, you can never have too much sleep. Um, what's stopping you from being the best you can be?
Mm, Nothing. Actually, I feel as though I'm on that path now, especially with me finally getting this book out.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm trending towards that path.
All right, okay. All right, so this is where you can plug yourself in if you want anyone to follow you or anything like that.
Yeah. So my IG is s dot underscore I. No, it's not S dot with three I's. It's S dot Trey actually, but it's S dot underscore I. My Twitter, which I'm actually hilarious on. I don't have a lot of people that follow me, and I don't follow a lot of people, but I'm actually hilarious on it. My Twitter is Don D as in dog, O N as in Nancy, underscore M as in Mary, ALAION as in Nancy. So those are pretty much two things that I'm always on at the moment. I have a lot of personality on Twitter or whatever. I think that I'm a real good follower, whatever the case may be. But you know, and please don't judge me off my Instagram. I'm like the reverse catfish. Like I take really bad pictures, but I look better in person than I do in my pictures. So
It's always nice to say about yourself. All right. All right, everyone. Of course, you know where to follow Lemon Squeeze Pod on all social media platforms, Twitter, IG, and Facebook at Lemon Squeeze Pod. And if you want to write us, please send an email to at lemonsqueezepod@gmail.com. And I want to thank you again for coming on the show. Welcome, welcome. And I'll see everybody next week.